Hello everyone. I'm on my way to Porto, which is situated about 2 hours and 30 minutes away from where I live. We are taking one of the several highways we can choose from. I would like to make a very brief introduction to my country. Please bear with me for a few seconds, because most people think Portugal is a very warm country, which is not entirely true. Sunny, yes, but as for the heat, that depends on the area we live. What I have here is the map of the Iberian Peninsula, which is occupied only by two different countries, Spain here, which is the largest portion, and Portugal here, with its rectangular shape and marked with this line. Not a very large country, but very varied in terms of landscape and climates. And as you can see, we have a very extended coastline. All of our coast is washed by the Atlantic Ocean. Here we have Lisbon, which is the capital where I was born and lived most of my life. Nowadays I live about here, and this is where we are traveling to, going north to Porto, situated in the coolest area of the country. From where I live going north, it progressively gets cooler along the coast and rainier too. South of Lisbon here, it gets a lot sunnier and warmer. These beaches here are quite warm, especially here in the very south, the widely known Algarve. All this is the Atlantic Ocean, both on the west and the southern coasts. But here in the Algarve, the waters are warmer due to the currents coming from the Mediterranean Ocean here. When we travel east in my country, away from the coastline, things change a lot. The north part here is mountainous with a continental climate, which means it's quite warm, quite hot I should say, in the summer and very cold in the winter. It snows in the highest mountain about here, and where we can ski and do mountaineering. The southern part is mostly plain, with a continental climate as well, the hottest climate in the country, but no snow and hardly any rain. These are the very large plains where the cork trees grow. The Algarve in the very south has the nicest climate in the country, dry and sunny climate all year round. In the meantime, we have reached Porto, a very lovely city. This is the second city in Portugal. It is situated on one of the banks of Rio Douro, and across from Porto, on the other bank of the river, are situated the cellars where portwine is made. And they use the grapes that come from the plantations situated upriver. Such as Lisbon, this is a very old city, therefore with lots of monuments and museums of great cultural interest. But my real pleasure is walking through the old medieval quarters and streets with its old buildings. This city, I have always found that this city has a very interesting character, very of its own. Maybe because of the architecture of the houses. They reflect the abundance of granite in this area, also present in the construction of churches and other monuments. This is quite a prosperous place, with lots of commerce and industries. The streets are very busy all the time. And the traffic is not chaotic, it's very orderly, but very, very intense. I'm not mentioning monuments or museums in this video, but this one will be an exception, being a tower that can be seen from everywhere in the city. Some call it the non-leaning tower of Porto, but the real name is now on the screen. This one was built 300 years ago, and in addition to serving as a bell tower, this building has had other uses over the years. It served to mark the time through a daily shot of dry gunpowder. It was also used as a guide for vessels that were heading for the Douro River. And today it is undoubtedly one of the most important tourist attractions in the city of Porto. My favorite place in this city is the so-called Ribeira, which are the quarters built by the River Douro. Here there are lots of bars and restaurants. This is a point meeting place for nightlife, but also very pleasant during the day. This is the departing place for cruises on Douro River. We are taking a cruise of 30 minutes. Of course, will be shortened here, but there are longer cruises, that's what I mean. Going upriver to visit the vineyards, which grapes are used to produce the portwine. I have done this cruise before. Every time I come to Porto, I cannot resist. This is so nice. We can see the 6 bridges that go across the river, 2 of them made of iron and which were built in the 19th century. And there we go. We are departing now. Porto these days has so many visitors that these boat cruises, they depart every half hour and they are always full. Each of these boats takes from 80 to 100 persons aboard. It's nice to see Porto from the river. The distance between the two margins, between Porto and the Gaia on the other side, is about 250 meters. This is one of the bridges made of iron, built in the 19th century. This is a double-deck bridge. Nowadays, the top deck is used by pedestrians and also the subway runs across it. The lower deck is used both by pedestrians and cars. this bridge here is used by cars. This is a railway bridge, and it was built by Gustav Eiffel. Yes, the one with the famous tower in Paris named after his name. But this bridge is nowadays is not used by trains anymore. They have built another one. This is the new bridge for the railway. That is the one that replaced the iron one. And so we have seen here several bridges, 5 of them. One missing. We will see it in a while. Now, because it's on the opposite direction, so we are now turning back. Across the river, in the background, you can see those low buildings. Those are the wine cellars where port wine is produced. In the old days, the grapes used to come from Upper Douro up to here by boat. But these days, they are transported by trucks. The wine is produced here, and it is possible to visit the wine cellars. I am not much of a drinker, and I've been so many times there. In the old days, I was there in my job, I don't go there anymore, but it's interesting if you have never visited a wine cellar. They also give you the possibility of tasting the wine, and you can buy the wine there as well. And now at the background, further ahead, you can see another bridge, which is a road bridge. But we finish here this cruise, otherwise the video would be too long. Because before I finish this video, I still would like to insert a few photos of the Epidemiological Valley, where the grapes are produced. It's just a beautiful scenery. And you can go there by road, by train, and by boat. The trip by boat is very interesting because you go across 3 floodgates. I think that's the way you call them. It's a very interesting journey. Usually these cruises, you go up to Douro by boat, and then you return by train, or the other way around. It's very beautiful journey. Usually it's a 3-day program. And dear friends, this is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.